It was a large tornado that tore through New Orleans east, destroying several homes. The tornado left a trail of destruction, ripping off roofs, toppling trees, and downing power lines. A warehouse security camera captured the moment the tornado ripped off the building's roof and flipped over an 18-wheeler.
It went about 2 miles and it covered about a half a mile swath of land.
New Orleans Mayor Mitch Landrieu.
You've now been able to see the damage. It's devastating. There are a lot of families that lost everything that they have.
The tornado was part of a larger weather system that was sweeping through Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. More than 2.5 million people were in the storm's path. Just north of New Orleans, 2 more tornadoes touched down. Mobile homes were destroyed in the town of Killian, and several more homes were damaged in Madisonville.
The Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered an inspection of the Air Force's readiness for combat. Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu says the inspection will review the combat alertness and wartime air defense systems. The Defense Ministry posted a video on its YouTube page on Monday showing jets firing rockets during a training session in the Donetsk region.
The West also has a weather emergency. A storm that dumped snow on Washington State and Oregon has brought flooding to California.
Relentless rain turned a mountain into mud, pushing this entire home into the street. 39 schools in Marin County were forced to close, with rain filling up creeks and spilling into streets. Fire Battalion Chief Brett McTeague.
We have a lot of residents that are still in their resident, not able to get out right now.
The continuous rain has pulled much of Northern California out of the drought, but NASA climatologist Bill Patzert says the rest of the West still has a long way to go.
It took us many years, almost decades, to get into this punishing drought. There is no quick fix. It will take us years to decades to be totally out of the drought.
Some heartbreaking images out of New Zealand. Despite efforts that were underway to save dozens of pilot whales after hundreds were stranded on the beach, at least 250 of the 400 whales are unfortunately dead. That's according to the Department of Conservation. Rescuers attempted to refloat the rest. About 50 returned to sea, and only to re-beach themselves just hours later. Scientists don't know exactly why whales beach themselves. This is one of the largest mass whale strandings in New Zealand's history.
A Russian jet accidentally killed 3 Turkish soldiers and injured 11 others in an airstrike in northern Syria on Thursday. The incident took place in the ISIL-controlled town of El Bab, where a warplane bombed a building with Turkish soldiers inside. A Kremlin statement says President Putin called his Turkish counterpart Erdogan to express his condolences, blaming the incident on poor coordination between the two sides. The statement added the 2 leaders have agreed to increase military cooperation against ISIL in Syria. The Turkish military said both countries are conducting a joint investigation.
For over 20 years, the UN has been attempting to advance the global